Good morning and welcome to the Gospel Gourmet. I'm Julia Childers. I know what you're thinking. It won't be long until Thanksgiving will rear its gobbling sage and parsley sprinkled little head. And I dedicate this program to all of you out there who struggle just a little bit with the thanks part of Thanksgiving. Well, let's start at the bottom, shall we? This brave little fellow who so bravely agreed to be on our program represents all of us. I think some of you may be thinking he looks a little bit like us, long about April when we haven't seen the sun since November. Now, this dressing that I have prepared here represents all the blessings of God. It's a delightful chestnut dressing that I whipped up just before you joined me. That's how easy it is. You'll need eggs, salt, pepper, onion, celery, chicken stock, and chestnuts. Oh, and always use fresh, not canned, because you're worth it. Well, as you can see, this blessing dressing is going right inside the bird. In fact, filling up the bird, as it were. Now, the bird has two ways of looking at this sudden inrush of dressing. Either he can think that he is responsible, or he can think and realize that somehow this is being prepared and placed in him by something or someone other than himself. So, let's test those theories, shall we? All right, Henry. We've taken to calling him Henry here around the studio. Fill yourself up with blessing dressing. By the way, this lovely recipe makes 5 to 6 cups of stuffing and will fill a 14 to 16 pound turkey. Well, as you can see, our poultry pal has made no moves toward the bowl. Ha! Of course not, Julia, you might say. Of course the bird has made no moves toward the bowl because the bird is dead. Well, I ask you, are we any better off when we take responsibility for or turn away from the blessings of God in our lives? See, I have used Henry here specifically because I believe we are as unable to pull down the blessings of God with our own wings as Henry is here with his. But God is gracious, and he fills us with good things that make us flavorful and aromatic, especially if you roast in a constant moderate oven of 325 degrees. Do not add water, based only once or twice during the cooking process. So, this is Julia Childers saying, if it's between thanking yourself for what you've got and thanking God, don't be a goose. Which we'll be talking about next week. I have a lovely Danish roast goose with tart apples and prunes that is to die for. So until then, don't forget to say grace and save the beaters for me. Bon appetit!